Welcome back to Sideline Shenanigans, Episode 8. We are kicking off our off-season series right now.
It's time, baby.
It's
Only
time.
300 quick days till the season.
Yeah, so we want to be a resource for you guys this off-season. So you gotta subscribe, you gotta like, comment, rate, follow us on Instagram. That way you don't miss any of this off-season content.
Look out for some fantasy news might be coming your
Oh,
way too.
we're already prepping. We're already dialed in. I'm a champion defending my title, so gotta
We're
get
both
locked.
we're both
Right,
champions.
right, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, let's get locked in here. Speaking of fantasy, I won my title this year by doing 3 trades in the league I won my title. Do you remember that? I traded ETN away for George Kittle. I did a trade that I definitely got screwed on when Pickens was bad, where I traded Pickens away. But I was a trade fiend this season in fantasy.
I'm
You
having I'm having trouble remembering those. The only trade that comes to my mind was one we did where I guess I ended up totally winning that league and
Yeah,
destroying.
that was pretty bad. I think I won 3 games in that league, and I was desperate and traded away Nico Collins for Chuba Hubbard right before Rico Dotto
Straight
became
up, straight
relevant.
up.
Straight up.
I needed running back. I said, sure. I'll take another receiver. Sure. Who needs
Yeah.
running back?
Couples League was not my league,
Yeah,
but
comment your thoughts on that trade below.
yeah.
Yeah.
The point though is trading leads to success, right?
Sometimes for
So
me.
we're gonna go into 4 trade rumors that are already circulating this offseason. And we're not gonna tease you. We're gonna start with the one everyone cares about. Maxx Crosby. Get him out of the AFC West.
Yeah. We like big players in big games. I wish we could be starting with someone like Miles Garrett, but unfortunately he's gonna stay
He's
irrelevant
he's
this
locked
offseason.
down.
Maxx Crosby could become super relevant. I obviously want him to go to the Patriots. I do think I also just want him anywhere he can make
Yeah.
big impact plays in big games. I mean, obviously I'd rather him not go to the Bills or somebody like that. Stay out of our division unless you're coming to us. I think we make the most sense. I mean, we do not have a pure edge on the team, basically. Like, there's no one. We have guys playing it, but a
I,
true edge, I think, we could rush 4 and win with Milton
oh
Williams,
yeah.
Maxx Crosby. I think a lot of things in the trade I've seen, we get rid of Barmore in the trade, but we'd have to cross that bridge. So he might
I
not be
mean,
one of
it
those guys,
doesn't matter.
but
If you have Milton
yeah.
Williams and Maxx Crosby, you can rush 4. I do challenge you. I think that, as a Patriots lens, of course you think it's the best landing spot. I've heard 3 landing spots that all make sense to me. And I hate the Bills. The Bills is the one people keep floating. I honestly don't see them doing it. Their GM's not super aggressive. I've seen the Pats, and then I've seen my fiance's hometown team and the team that she cheers for, the Chicago Bears, which I think makes equal amount of sense as the Patriots.
If he goes to the Bears, I'd probably pick him to get out of the NFC, I think.
Oh, like win the NFC.
At least get to the championship, at least get to face the Seahawks. You know what I mean? We'll see with the Seahawks. I'm super interested.
See the Seahawks.
Yeah, literally, like if they retain everybody, if they're
That's what
running the Legion of Boom back, it's gonna be tough to not pick them
that's what
all
everyone said
around
about
us.
the Eagles last year. They were like, who's going to play the Eagles in this year's NFC Championship?
Well, Eagles blew up the team. I was not saying that really after, like, they traded Milton. They traded their best pieces on the line. Like, if Seattle does that, it's going to be a different story. I think it's anybody's game, but we'll see what
No,
happens there. I would love Crosby to the Bears. I think you're right. Bears or Patriots they're
the most
young
sense.
teams. Coaches are amazing with we looks like young
Not paying.
quarterbacks that could be the face of the league, like superstar level quarterbacks. Yeah, I think that would be amazing for him. I think he'd be both those teams are gonna probably have 4 to 7 primetime games this on
Yes.
their schedule this season. Both the Patriots and the Bears, like you'll see them in big moments. I would love that. I agree.
I have also seen that the Raiders might be hesitant to trade him within the AFC. So that's why I think the Bears is a really realistic landing spot. I agree that they'll be in a lot of prime time. I also think those are the 2 teams that are real contenders that quarterbacks are on rookie contracts. I think a lot of the other contenders, quarterbacks may be on some cheaper contracts like Darnold, but not like they're not rookie contracts. So that's why I think it gives you some space to pay him. You can pay him a lot early and then spread the contract out, but the chunk of it being the first year while either Caleb or Drake are on a rookie contract is really appealing to me.
Exactly. Makes me wish a little bit we had done a move like that for either Hendrickson or him this season, just because we had like 60 million basically sitting around that we weren't using. If we could have front loaded one of their contracts during this year and had them for this run, I think we didn't realize how good we were going to be, how
Yeah,
so fast.
I
But
think people didn't realize how fast the Vrabel May combo would like take off.
and Josh
But
McDaniels in there,
yeah.
give him some credit.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I like that. You know who else is getting rumored to be traded to the Pats?
this ain't happening. We don't want him. I really don't think.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, the difference between Crosby and Brown, it is all but confirmed Crosby's done with the Raiders. I mean, he's posting videos playing basketball when the team said he's hurt. He wants to win. He said he wants to win. The owners know he wants to win. I don't think the Raiders are going to win this year in the AFC West. So Crosby's for sure gone. The AJ Brown stuff is more like speculation that's just growing and growing and growing.
The one situation I would be excited about AJ Brown is if the Eagles are done with AJ Brown and they're looking to trade him and his value has fallen, right? Like, no, you ain't getting a first for AJ Brown.
Yeah,
Are you out of your
what?
mind? Like, if we could get like 1 second and a pretty team friendly contract, I'm fine with. And we decide not to pay Stephon Diggs. I think we move on from Diggs, we bring in AJ Brown on a cheaper contract, and we land a Maxx Crosby level free agent. I'm fine with that happening. I'm not fine with like us not getting a Crosby guy because we're giving up picks for AJ and paying him. Like
I
that's where
mean,
I'd be just like, no, no, no.
I think wherever AJ wants to go, he wants to get paid. I think it'd be really hard to pay both Crosby and AJ Brown. I mean, AJ Brown's going to want like the CD contract, not as high as Justin or
You think
Jamar.
he's there? I don't know if he's earned that, honestly,
I don't think
after
he's
that
earned
season.
that, but I think he thinks he has. And I mean, if we're talking like wide receiver rankings, he's probably still in the top 10. I mean,
No, not even close. I
I
don't
mean,
think he had an awful year
I'm
and
taking Jamar and
massive
Justin.
drops. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of guys that you take over.
there's so many guys. Yeah, that even if they're not as talented on paper, like so many guys that take over him at this point.
I
I think
think, I
he's
think,
top 20 probably.
yeah, I mean, who knows? His ceiling's really high. How much do you blame Hurts? How much do you blame Kevin Patullo? How much do you blame AJ Brown? A lot of sources say that AJ Brown was speaking for the locker room. Like, he's really beloved there, but he sort of says what other people are thinking. Like, other people were frustrated with Hurts, and AJ Brown just didn't know how to, like, he just let it out.
I do not want to do a give up capital and give him a contract kind of trade. I do not think that kind of trade is worth AJ Brown.
I don't think he's going to the Patriots. I think
Like
that's
if he was a
just
free agent, I'd pay him the bag maybe. If we don't, we're not giving up anything, but we can't give up and give him a bag in the same season. No.
I think the Patriots stuff is smoke and mirrors. I don't think they're going after AJ
I
Brown.
I get it because he used to coach, it was play for
Vrabel.
Vrabel and the Titans and all that stuff. But I agree. I think they're both far removed from each other where it's not happening.
I've seen the Bills a lot for AJ. Um, that's honestly the two that get speculated. I don't think people have a
I mean,
landing.
that's what we say. It's just what teams are like Super Bowl contenders is where every like trade destination ends up wanting to go. It's going to be like Chiefs, Bills, Pats,
Yeah,
and Bears are going to be all the favorite destination for every club.
Rams, Seahawks. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I think the AJ Brown story is less about where he's going and more about. I think the Eagles probably should have traded him at this year's deadline. And I don't think his value. I mean, Howie Roseman is the GOAT at fleecing people, but I don't think even he can get more than. I think a second round pick is optimistic.
Yeah, that's and maybe it's not that. Like if they've really collided and we give up a third, all of a sudden I don't mind paying him so much. I mean, he's how old is he? Late 20s?
Yeah,
Like he's pretty young. I don't know. I mean, he's coming off just a bad year. Like it's hard to get some of those drops in their final game out of my head. Like that's the guy we're bringing in to like change our receiving room. I don't know if he's him anymore.
yeah, that's true. Let's move on to my favorite one that you just refused to bite on. Joe Cool Burrow.
Yeah, it's as likely as the Luca trade. So maybe
I mean,
it's possible.
it's being reported that the Vikings are offering the bag for him. Like, they're trying to give him as many picks as possible to get Joe Burrow. And I get it. The Vikings are probably the most win now roster that doesn't have a quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I get it for the Vikings. You can't really justify keeping Justin Jefferson on your payroll if you don't have a guy throwing to him. I get wanting to upgrade for the Vikings. Like that makes
You
100%.
don't get from the Bengals.
There's no 10 first round picks? You're not even allowed to do that. Like, I
Well,
don't think the value is like too limited for what you'd have to give up to get Joe Burrow on your team.
Adam Schefter went on Pat McAfee show this week and said that a team is pitching to the league to up it from you can trade 3 years in advance to 5 years in advance in picks. A lot of people speculated that was tied to Crosby in some way, but other people are speculating it's tied to Burrow. I think it's tied to Burrow because I don't think anyone is worth 5 years advance of picks unless it's a quarterback. And I think Joe Burrow is a Bengal this year, to be clear. I don't think Joe Burrow is a Bengal in 2027.
Just hypothetical. Would you rather have Joe Burrow or your next 5 first round picks?
Joe Burrow.
Okay, yeah. That's where, I mean, 5 firsts would be. That is insane. Like, I would get that. That could be
I think you'd have to do like
5 dart throws. But still, yeah, you'd need to get other players. Like, that's why I just don't see. That's not an NFL trade. Like, that's an NBA caliber trade where the draft means so much less. And, like, I just think.
I think I could see it being like 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a player. But the market says it's 2 firsts, a pick, and a player. So I could see adding.
Who's the market? Who's saying that?
That's the like hypotheticals of a quarterback trade.
No, Joe Burrow is worth so much more than 2 first round picks. That's like the Luka trade. It was like, wait, what?
I don't think he's traded this offseason, though I would love to see him on the Vikings. The Vikings are a very likable franchise, great for fantasy. Yeah. It would just be cool to watch.
I would love it. I would love it.
But what I like even more is if he gets so done with the Bengals this year, he's like, I'm never winning here. They won't pay for my defense. They're not supportive. It's a terrible ownership. They always score so low in the report cards that in 2027, he's a Ram. Sean McVay and Joe Burrow.
So how does he go about doing that? Like, he just gets injured every year and like waits his contract out and doesn't sign a new one?
He did with what's-his-face did? Carson Palmer? Who did that at the Bengals?
That was...
No,
they gave in eventually. They gave in. Yeah. It was Carson Palmer, right?
Yeah. Joe Burrow.
He went to the Cardinals or something, right?
Yeah, and Joe Burrow's better than Carson Palmer, but at a certain point, you can't fight it if your star player's just refusing to play.
Yeah, you can. You can say retire. You can not play anymore.
Well, then he can retire and sign.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, he would have to retire. They'd have his rights. They wouldn't waive that. They would either be like, we're trading you, and eventually give in and do it and just be like, okay, the GM's probably going to get fired for trading Joe Burrow no matter what you got back. It doesn't really matter. Or you say, okay, no, if you don't want to play for us, you're retired. We'll hold the rights forever. Or if you're Joe Burrow, you just say, oh, I hurt my finger again. I'm sitting now. And you just wait for the next 3 years to be up or whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It seems so unlikely to me. I think Burrow likes to play football. He likes to have fun. Like, I think since we've seen him play, he was just like, I just want to be out there with my guys. And he came back and he played. Like, I don't think he wants to go through this massive process of this rigmarole and this fighting and this back and forth. I think he's going to say, like, buy me a defense. I think he's going to stick it out and play his hardest.
I think that's true. For me, the argument that makes the most sense that he would never leave is that he made them pay his 2 buddies, Jamar and T. They're there.
Exactly. It was kind of his idea.
We just mentioned the Rams, and this player has been tied to the Rams a lot. Trent McDuffie is reportedly the Chiefs. A lot of different Chiefs things coming out, that he might get traded, that maybe they're not going to trade him. I think it's smoke and mirrors. I think the smart thing is to trade him. Where do you like Trent McDuffie? Who needs a corner besides the Rams?
I mean, every team needs a corner, yeah. We're honestly good. Pats, I think, are fine. Secondary, that's our biggest strength moving forward. I think
Rams or Bears, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Chiefs aren't going to trade
the defenses. That's the one thing. The defenses in the AFC were unbelievable this year.
Yeah, but Chiefs are not going to trade him in the AFC. They are not.
Exactly. But I was going to say defense in the NFC. Like, you had the closest thing to the Legion of Boom we've seen, but like the next contenders don't really have a good defense. The Bears, the Rams, the Panthers. The Niners had one, but they're so banged up. Like, I do think there was really one amazing defense in the NFC. It was just better than all the AFC defenses, but I could see that absolutely. Somewhere in the Rams, somewhere in the NFC. It's either somewhere at the top. The Rams, the Bears.
Rams is where it's linked the most just because their secondary was like so clearly the issue. And but I could see the Bears because we know the GMs have a relationship.
What about the Eagles? Pair him with Coop.
I mean, those, but they also have Quinyon Mitchell. I don't think the Eagles need a corner. I think the Eagles need like maybe they're going to need an offensive line, but
I feel like Eagles are in a similar spot to the Chiefs this year, where it's like it's hard to really know what the team needs because you just had such bad OC calling that it was like I feel like every Chiefs fan or Eagles fan is like, we got rid of our OC. It's gonna be a new year.
That's true.
And I kind of feel the same about the Lions. Like did they fire their OC? They did, right?
yeah,
I feel like Lions are in that same boat where it's like it's hard to even identify because the plays and
it just felt
so
all
off.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I would like us to get rid of Trent McDuffie. We have our first through fifth round picks. Then we don't have our later round picks besides comp picks. So we only got 5 real picks and 1 or 2 comp picks. McDuffie's value is probably a first and something or a second and 2 things. So
that's what I'm saying. If McDuffie's worth a first, Burrow's worth like 6 firsts.
I
Literally,
mean,
that's what it is.
To all the teams who want Trent McDuffie, I'm just going to say, don't watch the Cowboys game. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. We're talking about trade rumors, and let's talk about free agents a little, okay? We're going to go specifically into quarterbacks and running backs. You know, I'm obviously interested in the free agent running back. I think the market for running back is shifting. Here are our notable free agent RBs. Breece Hall, ETN, Kenneth Walker, Rico Dowdle, Javonte Williams, and J.K. Dobbins. Who do you want to see on the Chiefs?
I know who you want to see on the Chiefs. Some of these are tough. Like Kenneth Walker, I think is the best name out there.
He's getting to resign, though. He won Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Staying at the Seahawks. That's the vibe I get. J.K. Dobbins, I would not be that interested in. I've had Dobbins in fantasy a few years. It's like he's solid for half the year, hurt for half the year, and I don't know how old is he at this point. Later 20s.
It's got to be late 20s, which is the RB cliff.
Exactly. Javonte Williams overachieved this year, I thought. I see him staying at the Cowboys. I don't know what the chatter is there. I don't think he's leaving.
I don't know if he's... I think they're so focused on Pickens, honestly, that who knows. They also have 2 first-round picks. They could get a running back.
I know. Running back again. I feel similar about the O-line. Like, if you're trying to get your star game-changing running back in the draft and be good right away, like, it doesn't...
I
want my running back in like year 2 or 3, I think, if you're trying to compete. That's where like a Rico Dowdle guy, ETN I'm less excited about. I think Ken Walker would be one. I think if Javonte Williams isn't staying in Cowboys, I'd take him 2 probably. He is pretty locked down. And then Rico Dowdle, I think. Dowdle's one of those guys where like based on this year, I want him so bad. But is he a later round pick that just overachieved a lot this year and the situation was right? I don't know.
I don't know because the Panthers, their whole offense was kind of the run game, and he did so much of that. He's a good pass catcher. He's younger. I want Dotto on the Chiefs because I think he'll be cheaper than a Walker, an ETN, a Breece Hall, and still be really efficient.
Yeah.
And then Javonte probably my second choice. I'm also looking at it from like a money perspective. What you were saying about first round RBs. So the Chiefs have the 9th pick. If you have a top 15 pick, what you have to pay that player is more than it's basically equivalent to an RB contract because RBs get paid so little. So why am I going to spend the 9th pick drafting an RB when I can go sign one and get like a real game changer at like the defensive line, which is a huge market position?
It's also like, is the running back you're getting as good as Genty? Like, look how that went. You know what I mean?
And Genty was better than this guy in college, better than
exactly.
Love.
It's not gonna. You guys are in big trouble if you draft a running back. That would be hysterical, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think you're that stupid. Yeah.
I don't think Andy Reid, who doesn't run the ball, is going to draft a running back with the highest pick he's had since Patrick Mahomes was drafted. So, quarterback matchmaking, Cole. Kyler Murray, Tua, Malik Willis, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins.
Rodgers is staying with Pittsburgh, I think. Why else do you bring in Mike McCarthy? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I could see him going to the Vikings.
God, poor Vikings, man. Poor Jettas. Give them to us. Save Justin. Come on. That would be so devastating. But
you think Daniel Jones is a Colt again next year?
Yes.
Okay. I think so too, but for some reason, that's like not a popular opinion.
Kyler's one of the ones. What do you do with Kyler? I don't know
I'm out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he's out on Arizona. I think Arizona's going a new direction at quarterback. But teams do need some guys. Like, what about Kyler to the Vikings? He's younger. You get some rushing upside. Like,
If I'm the Vikings, I'd rather have Malik Willis or Daniel Jones, but I know Malik Willis is probably not going to get traded in the division. I mean,
hey, how come Mac Jones ain't on this list?
Mac Jones is not a free agent, and Kyle Shanahan wants him to
Okay.
stay put.
Okay.
I mean, Mac Jones is obviously better than all of these guys.
You think?
I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers right now, consistently.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it's the Kyle Shanahan like boost.
You're right. Tua's fallen off. I don't know if he gets another opportunity right away.
I think
don't know.
Tua is going to be a Dolphin next year because of the salary cap reasons, and they're going to like truly bottom out and then draft someone.
Damn, so they're in a 2-year rebuild. Jets are in like a 20-year rebuild. Man, AFC East. What a joke.
What a joke. No, I mean, I don't want any of these quarterbacks to be my quarterback. If Patrick Mahomes has a late start to the year, I wouldn't hate, like, if Kirk Cousins can't get a starting job, he's with us. If Kyler can't get a starting job, he's with us. And I think if Mahomes is guaranteed coming back in October, it's worth it to spend money on a backup who can keep us winning, you know?
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be smart. Yeah, in terms of these guys starting somewhere, I'm probably pro like rolling the dice. If you're a team that needs a quarterback that bad, you're probably picking in the first 15.
Kyler to the Jets?
We've seen so much of this recently. We've seen Russell Wilson trying to solve everyone's problems. Aaron Rodgers annually trying to solve everybody's problems. Kirk Cousins trying to solve everybody's like these guys get talked about. There's hype. There's when was the last time one of these teams really was amazing? Darnold, because he's young, actually.
And mobile.
But he got traded off of a 14-win season. So it's just hard for me to like that was just all-time blunder by the Vikings.
Yeah, I think out of all these names, besides Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers, the only one I would give a shot to is like Kyler. Malik Willis, apparently some people in the Packers building like him better than Jordan Love. I don't know if I buy that because then why is Jordan Love starting?
I don't buy that at all.
Malik
Malik Willis is fine. He's fine. He's all over the place.
He's probably like the best backup. I don't think he goes into starter territory. Kyler to the Jets seems obvious.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I do think Kyler's my one. I think I could see a playoff run out of Kyler Murray still.
Yeah.
I think he's capable of it. I don't know, like, to the Jets, it's going to be tough. Like, you need, if he went to a good situation, if he went to the Seahawks, like, yeah, I bet they'd be competing in the playoffs with Kyler Murray. He just needs to be healthy and, like, I don't know, a change of pace. I feel like he was a budding star.
Yeah, everyone was like, draft Kyler in fantasy. He's going to be so good this year.
I want to chip with Kyler as my QB in fantasy a few years ago. Like, he had so much potential and he can move, but the dice gotta fall right for him.
Kyler Murray to me feels like if Mahomes, like Mahomes is like floor because they're both baseball players. They're both off platform. They're both mobile. It's like Kyler Murray's like the dark side of what you could be if Mahomes wasn't developed well and like didn't play as well.
This honestly, going back, like I'd rather have maybe this is a hot take. I don't think so. I'd rather at this point have Shedeur Sanders over all of these guys.
I'd rather have Daniel Jones over Shedeur Sanders.
That's true. I guess Daniel Jones is his Achilles or knee?
Achilles.
Yeah, so no, I wouldn't. This year? No, definitely not. Achilles is 2-year, and it's Daniel Jones. I think absolutely. Before the injury, I would obviously have Daniel Jones. I'd rather have a young guy that has a high ceiling that like try to hone it in versus some of these older guys who are like proven to kind of not have it. You know what I mean?
That's true. I think for this year, I'd rather have like an Aaron Rodgers or a Kirk over Shedeur. But if you're looking at the long term, like the Browns need to think long term. So
yes, or just any teams in general. I'm sorry, like Aaron Rodgers. No, you don't got it. No, I would not. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is a bottom 25 or like a top 28 quarterback in the league this year. Like he's. Yeah. Rodgers. No.
We'll get to our QB rankings soon in this offseason series. We're going to give you guys a little tease about what's coming up over the next few weeks. So over the next few weeks, we're going to go through all the divisions and each ask 3 or 5 questions about a specific team and do some way too early division predictions. We're here to make sure your team gets talked about. So, but let's warm up into that, right? Let's do a little risers and fallers speed round.
I like that idea. How about let's start in the NFC? Let me throw a
Okay,
couple at
give
you.
it to me.
I want some risers and fallers here. Let's start in the NFC North.
Bears risers. Their quarterback's going to be more accurate. Their coach is going to be in his second year. It's disrespectful they're not favored to win the division. Fallers, I think the Lions. I think this iteration of the Lions is done.
Oof, wow.
No, I hope you're not listening.
Interesting. I feel like it's going to be real hard for the Lions to have a worse season than they just
Maybe,
had. I
maybe
bet they rise.
Maybe fall is the wrong word, but
Okay, yeah, not as relevant as they were.
yeah.
I feel like, yeah, okay, that's fair. Bears, I'm with you. Risers and fallers. How about the NFC East?
Easiest pick ever. Giants. Giants are risers. New coach,
Have fun with that.
a quarterback who I believe in, a running back who is a psychopath, a wide receiver whose upside is a top 3 wide receiver in the league, a coach who has won a Super Bowl. Yes, he couldn't get over the hump with chokes in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson, but I put more of that on Lamar. Giants, easiest riser. They're going to be everyone's offseason pick. I also think this division's going to change a lot. Cowboys on the rise, Eagles on the fall.
I'm with you there. I love the Cowboys one. I think Eagles obviously trending down. I think that stays. I don't know though. I feel like we'll see. Wait, what was the team you had just said that's rising?
The Cowboys and the Giants.
Before that?
The Bears?
No, wait. Well, one of your fallers. Oh
Oh,
no,
I-
oh the Giants, the Giants.
Yeah.
I don't
I know, you hate Dart.
I don't hate Dart. It's not even just Dart. I think they could go either way. I think they'll be projected maybe to be this kind of breakout like the Patriots or the Commanders or this year 2 quarterback. You got the coach right. I think this is one where like it's less obvious than those two teams.
Yeah.
And I think it could be utter disaster. Like you didn't have any success with Lamar Jackson. You're going to a much worse quarterback. Not even in the Lamar Jackson territory is Dart. I like Dart. I think his potential,
Yeah.
but no, not even close to Lamar
But I don't
caliber
really
quarterback.
care about Lamar's like consistency, how good he is, if every year in the playoffs I'm like, oh, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's hard to win in the playoffs. It's I think it's hard for us to picture that, but I think 25 teams, it's you never win in the playoffs basically. Like
That's true. I'm high on it. I think Dart. I don't know.
I think they have a chance. I just think it could crash. I think they could still be like a 7-win team, and it's kind of like, oh man, what do we do now?
if the if I'm betting this preseason, I would take over 7.5 and maybe over 8.5 wins.
Yeah, that was the Pats line. Eight and
Yeah.
a half wins, right?
taking
Yeah, I
over-
think it
take-
should be that. Honestly, I'd throw up a board bet with you. I'll take the under 8.5
Okay.
Giants wins.
Shake on it. I'm
Yeah.
taking that.
You'll take the over? Yeah. I think they have a little more, and that would be 8 wins would be a major improvement for them. I just think they face a little more adversity than they're expecting to this
Yeah,
season.
that's true.
How about what you got in the
Oh.
NFC South?
Oh, that joke of a division.
That's your boy. That's your boy in that division.
That's true. I do love Baker. Baker, touchdown maker. I'm going to say the Saints are on the rise. I think Tyler Shuck might be the best quarterback out of this class. What? And I think the Bucks, I'm going to say they're on the rise because they didn't make the playoffs last year. I'll be shocked if they don't make the playoffs again this year. Yeah, I think that could be an interesting division going forward. The Falcons are always interesting. I feel like they're just destined to be a 9-win team, but I'm taking Bucks and I'm taking Saints to be risers.
Are the Panthers in that division? No.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, they are, and I think they're gonna be fallers because I don't see the Panthers making the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Man, they're 3 points away from being your second best team in the NFL. That's crazy. Okay. All right, let's finish it off. NFC West. What do we got?
NFC West. Oh, God, this one's tough. I'm going to say the 49ers are risers because hopefully they'll be... I said it and I instantly didn't agree with it. Their team's getting old. Maybe the 49ers are fallers.
Their health will come back.
Their health will come back, but the age will catch up to them. Seattle, I don't think there's no such thing as a riser, so I don't think they're repeating, so I'm going to say they're fallers. And the Rams, Stafford's getting old, long season. It kills me, but I'm going to say the Rams are not going to be as good next year, but it's hard to say fallers. They'll be in the mix.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Now your turn. AFC. Let's go. Ready?
Hmm.
This is our conference. AFC North, risers and fallers.
Oof. This one's pretty easy. I am out on the Steelers. I just think they
Yeah.
were fraudulent. Like, it's honestly a shame they beat the Ravens. It would have been more fun to see a playoffs with Lamar, I think. But yikes, they just looked bad. You know what I mean? And like, which defense ate them up? Houston defense, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a game.
It wasn't a game, yeah. And then we watched Houston defense play our crap O line, and we still smoked them. Like, I don't know what was wrong with
Who's
Pittsburgh. They
winning that
weren't
division?
close. They weren't close. My riser, I think the Bengals.
Yeah.
I think Bengals are going to be very good. I hope. It's kind of more of a hope. Like, I like
It's
Burrow.
better for football if the Bengals are relevant.
Yes, Jamar Chase is good. They also have to avoid the injury bug. It does feel like every year it's like, it's the Bengals, but they're missing because of this guy was out. You know what I mean? And it's
This
just
is
like
my last
5 years is
benefit.
too long. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my last benefit of the doubt year, but I do like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I think they rise. I mean, they had 6 wins. They had as many wins as the Chiefs. Like, both those teams are going to rise up like crazy. You know what? I think Steelers lose this division. I think Browns are better than the Steelers this season.
I
I'll have the
agree.
Browns rising up too.
I like that. Okay, AFC South, another somewhat irrelevant division.
AFC South is tough. I think Titans stay at the bottom. They're a
Oh,
plateau.
I
I don't know.
disagree. I think they're.
I know some people are picking them to kind of be that second year quarterback, you explode team. I didn't see it with Cam Ward this year. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what's changing like crazy for them. I feel like when you look at like a team that did that, I guess we have to see their offseason. Like the Patriots, it was projected because they spent 300 million off on free agents. They had the fourth overall pick. They got a new head coach and they got a new OC. It was like four things. Like, what are those things that are different for the Titans going into next season? If they end up being there after this offseason, maybe I'll change my tune, but I think they stay just truly atrocious. We'll see what
Makes
happens.
sense.
Colts, I think, fall. I think they
Yeah.
overachieved this year a little bit. I think they made some bad offseason moves thinking they were, or mid-season moves thinking they were a win now team.
Yeah, they
I
don't
think
have
they
a
fall.
first round pick.
I think the Jaguars, it's hard to say a 13-win team rises, but I could see them being a 14-win team next year.
I could see them going deeper in the playoffs, which counts as a rise if they have less
Sure,
wins.
deeper
But
playoff run. Yeah, don't come up against the Bills round one. Yeah, I think I'll have the Jags rising for sure. They're my main rise out of that. Texans, I don't know. Everyone said they were the best team, best defense in football until we beat them, and then everyone's kind of completely super low on them. So maybe that's fair
I
because
mean,
the defense couldn't even really torch us with the line that we had playing. So
I
I don't
think
know.
both are true.
Yeah.
And you're remembering that game wrong. Drake May got sacked a lot. I think that was the best defense in football, besides Seattle. Seattle was the best defense in football. But I think CJ Stroud, I don't pay him this year. And if this season looks anything like last season, I'm done with CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Let's finish it up with,
That's
you
fair.
know, the home of the Chiefs, the 6-win dynasty.
Oh, wait, you didn't do the East yet either. We got to finish up with the East, right?
Oh, right. Oh my god, I skipped it past. Okay, let's start with you. AFC East, risers and fallers.
I mean, AFC East. Come on, what is this division? Chiefs. I mean, the Jets and the Dolphins. Dolphins fall.
They live
Jets,
on the bottom.
Jets rise because you can't get worse than 0 interceptions on the year. Like 4-win team maybe for the Jets. They're big risers next year. Bills, I think, do 12 wins. It's tough for me to like I don't know. I think Patriots are winning this division. I think we are getting better. I could see the Bills declining. We'll see. I either see you got a new young head coach. Josh Allen is gonna just continue to be Superman, be MVP
Yeah.
conversation. You're still a 12-win team. You're amazing, but like Pats can still win the division easily if they're a 12-win team, I think.
I'm stocked
Pats, I
down
do
on the
think
Bills. Stocked down.
Pats, yeah, I think that's fair. Pats, I do think lose more games this year. Honestly, I think we'll play harder teams. I think we beat harder teams all year. It's hard for me to imagine we win another 14 games in a row. That's hard to just project. That's not easy to do. Even this past off season, you picked the Chiefs to lose 3 games, and not even insulting the Chiefs. I'm just like, that's crazy to project. Like only losing 3 games in this
I mean,
modern
that was
NFL.
that
is
was the
tough.
expectation. I mean, we've had many seasons where we've lost only 3 games. I
Totally.
think
I
for
could
the-
see us being a 5-loss team this year. I could
Yeah.
see that's our that's our floor to me. I think we're a 12-win team at worst and a 14-win team at best again.
I think you have more losses this year, but it's a better team.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's finish off again. The home of the 6-win dynasty, AFC West, risers and ballers.
It's tough. Obviously, I think the Chiefs are gonna rise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that same. I think the Chiefs have gotten the benefit of the doubt as they deserve it. Patrick Mahomes is my top quarterback going into this year. I think he still has earned that and deserves that. I think at the same time, you got to look at what are these moves that are happening. And I think one thing that we've had long arguments about it, but like Tooney leaving last year, for the future it was better. To be good right now, it was arguably worse, I guess, but like,
and I'm gonna
I think
say what I always
worse. Yes,
I'm gonna say what I always said. The 5 guys we had out there when they were healthy played better than our line last year. So maybe it wasn't perfect.
Availability, best ability.
That's true.
Tooney was playing in the playoffs. So yes, I hear you. I just think I'm gonna ask the same question. Like, you have the benefit of the doubt, and because of that, they're the only 6-win team, I guess, besides the Bengals, I think can compete in this playoffs. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that is the benefit of the doubt. At the same time, I want there to be things I'm like that. Did you spend $300 million? Who did you bring in? What changes were made? Like, besides offensive coordinator, which again is hopefully the fix, right? You did what the Patriots did. You brought back that guy that you were wildly successful with. Like, I expect that to get a lot better. I think Mahomes is going to be excited about that, playing well, the comfortability. What else? What else is actually changing besides these amazing linemen getting healthy before I'm like Super Bowl contender? I think sneak into the playoffs, yeah. No, I'm never going to bet against Mahomes in the playoffs. I think you guys easily could win the division. I think most likely you guys... Man, that division is insane. I was going to have the Chargers rise up, but like I think the Broncos will be amazing with Bo Nix healthy again.
I think Broncos are on the low. I don't like the Sean Payton Bo Nix stuff. I think Broncos are stock down, Chargers stock up, Chiefs stock up, and I think Raiders are like trending up for the future.
Yeah, I guess, yes, I'd pick... I mean, you guys are 1-5 in the division this season. It's tough to not see that and be like, okay, they're going to win the division next year. Like, I do think I could see Broncos down. I think Chargers, that you do get that uptick with Mike McDaniel, but is their O-line going to stay healthy? Because that's what we heard all year, right? Major excuse all year for their O-line. If they get hurt again, it's not an excuse anymore. It's like, this is your line. Like,
no, these are all great questions.
Your division is the most interesting. It is the hardest. Because what if the Chiefs go undefeated? Like, that's also on the board. Anything is like...
Yeah. No, these are all great questions, and we're going to dive into them more in our off-season series. You got to log back in, see our stuff.
Only the tip of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg. Like, rate, subscribe, follow this pod. We're here for you guys this off-season.
Comment some hate down below. You got to
hate.
Come on, the Pats, we're frauds.
The Chiefs?
Give me the hate.